One of the books I once read, the author was talking about $3 questions versus $300 questions. And he might have said it in a different way, but this is sort of how it got implanted in my brain. And his point was that there's things that you're doing to save $3, which are probably not important to focus on. Maybe focus on the $300 thing. And his thing was like, have your lattes every day if you want, but maybe don't pay for two sets of subscription services like both Disney Plus and Netflix, because those probably add up a lot more quickly than the one latte you have every day. And I think that really relates to what I talk about when I talk about the 80-20, focus on the big rocks rather than the little rocks. So the question is, the $3 question is a banana better, or is a piece of toast better for my 100 calories that I want to expend? It's very small. Those things are so small, they're very similar. And for a caloric deficit, it doesn't matter. But for maybe a performance thing, a banana will get a little bit quicker energy. So if you're like low sugar, you're about to do something high energy, maybe it's a quick way to get some energy into you. Whereas the toast takes a little bit longer to burn, and that will help you to sort of sustain more effort. So something a little bit more longer endurance might be better benefited by a piece of toast. But again, that's a $3 question, because in the long run, it doesn't matter as much as this $300 question. It's like, how do I get into a caloric deficit? How do I make sure I'm getting enough protein? Because this $300 question is going to have a lot bigger effect than this $3 question. So what are the $300 things? They're like, getting a caloric deficit, getting enough protein, getting enough sleep, doing your recovery stuff, getting enough activities of daily living in your life on a day-to-day basis. It's the hydration. It's all these big things that have a larger effect on your goal versus what time of day am I eating, this versus that, how many meals should I be having, should I have carbs at this point of the day, how late can I eat. All these things are details, and they really don't matter until you need to get into the saving $3 at a time. Let's worry about saving the $300 or first. Once we've maximized these big things and saved the most amount of money, then we look for $3 here, $3 there. So it's a very similar concept, and it was something that really sort of impacted me when he was talking about it in terms of spending and finances and all that kind of thing. But it really started to make me think, like, how does this apply to health and fitness and wellness? And there's a lot of $3 questions, and most people, especially when they're seeing on Instagram, they're seeing these influencers promote these $3 question things, keto and fasting and your body type diet and your hormones. These things have an effect, but it's a small effect for most people. There are special situations. Maybe people are having 3 lattes a day, and that's maybe adding up faster than Netflix. That's something else. But for most people, 90% of people, these $3 questions don't matter now. They might matter later, and only if you want to become something like a bodybuilder or physique athlete, or you're competing for something. There's those details will start to matter when you're getting very close to your goal, or you're trying to do something pretty high level. Whereas for most people, these $300 questions are the things that are going to matter most. So when you're going through your day, are you worrying about the $3 questions instead of $300? Because it's easy to get caught up in all these $3 things, and most people want to focus on this $3 question before they've actually tackled the $300 question. And that is those are sometimes the questions I get, the $3 ones rather than $300. Now, they're all valuable. I like the questions. Continue to ask me questions, but I want you to start thinking, start adapting the way you're asking questions to yourself, and you're thinking, am I asking $3 questions, or am I asking $300 questions?